How you doing, everybody? This is P&D 51010, and today we're going to be looking at footage of past life hypnotherapist Dolores Cannon. And some of you might be familiar with her. I'm not really too familiar with her work. I've viewed a couple of her videos in the past, and this one in particular I came across about like a month ago. And right away, right off the bat, you see, if you're able to see, you see the shape-shifting. You see the heavily hooded eyelids, slit pupils, a lot of instances of slit pupils. That's one thing we're going to see a lot of today. You can see how she's got very deeply set eyes, so you can see how when the eyelids become heavily hooded, it's more pronounced because her eyes are so more deeply set. It just looks that more, unnormal or abnormal. But let's just get into it right away because we don't got that much time and I want to show you as much as possible. So here, right off the bat already, you can see there's something going on with her eyes here. You can see, I don't know, it's sort of like scales or bumps around the eyes, and you can also see how in the right eye, her right eye, our left, you can see how the scleras become completely green, and the eyes, it looks like a reptile eye, slit pupil. And we'll see a lot more instances of that. So let's get right into it. And here you can see now a mouth anomaly. Something on her mouth there. And you could also see now her iris or eyelid has become completely vertical in her left eye. Here, we'll just focus on the eyes for a second because that's the point of interest that we want to focus on right now. So I'll show you this. See how her left one's becoming more slit? And now you see how her right one is completely bar-like. It's completely bar and vertical. It's a very clear slit pupil right there. It's a good example. Let's show you further. Pay attention further. Now we can see in both eyes it's very clearly slit, more pronounced than the left one. And our left, her right eye, you can see it's become like a bell shape almost now. The eyelid is very peculiar shaped. I'm having a hard time pronouncing words today. I guess it must be the 13 hours that I spent in the heat. Oh man, I didn't capture that. You can see the eyes still slit. Back out a little bit. You can see how one eye's become completely blacked out. The nose is very anomalous too, you can see. When you view in the source video over consistent frames, you can see it moving and changing and just displaying a lot of anomalous activity. Let's get into the next one. Here you can see again in both eyes the slit pupils, especially in the left one. Very pronounced. And here you can see the eyelid anomalies. You can see various scales or what looks like vertical depressions, in the midsection of her eyelid, which is very strange. And we've seen this before in examples of in other videos. It's a rather common anomaly, but very unique when it happens on each individual, as far as what shape it takes on, or which way the depressions form or ridges form. Alright, let's get to the next one. Oh, that was scary how she opened her eyes like that. She's just very scary looking too as well. When you watch the source video, there's just something about her. She's got a very strange energy to her. You know, you just get a very weird feeling to her. You know, because you got to understand, it doesn't make a difference if you're viewing someone over, you know, a video screen or through a letter. It doesn't matter the medium. You can still transfer energy, and you can still be affected by energy, and you can, you know, so, you know, that's what these people use. They use, you know, talismanic words, and, you know, various, you know, hypnosis tactics, you know, just, you know, they're very adept at that, at these things, you know, things that the average person isn't aware of. You know, you need to be consciously aware of these things so they can't use them against you. You know, that's why these people have thousands of ravenous followers that just, you know, the minute you question their views, they attack you. It's just, it's crazy. God forbid you call them a shapeshifter, or you show them the truth, that, you know, they're not being honest about who they are. You know, it's like, oh my God, they can't come to terms that, you know, they've been fooled. You know, we've all been made look like a fool before. Admit it and move on. I can't tell you how many times I've looked like a fool. Some would say I look like a fool making these videos, you know, but I'll play the fool in exchange for awareness. I don't care. And here you can see in the right eye how it's become very fat but completely vertical. Very strange. So this is basically just, you know, we're focusing on the slit pupils because this is a really good, you know, it's basically the most prominent anomaly featured in this video. Again with the eyelid anomalies. Now the pupil's very strange. You'll see when you view the source video too, you'll see it so much right away. If you know what to look for, you'll just, right away you'll notice. See how the irides become extremely box-like here? But you can still see the slit pupil, as opposed to this eye, which is somewhat normal. You know, the things that are supposed to pass for normal eyes are just ridiculous, and I find it insulting that this is what they pass as, no, you know, I mean, they probably laugh at us so, oh my God. Here's some teeth. You can see some reptilian teeth. Clear example of some teeth anomalies there. You know, and a lot of these videos that you're seeing on my channel were videos that, you know, Frequency Fence would have posted on her channel. If anybody knows where she is. But a lot of the videos is, you know, stuff that she was going to show. Some more slit pupils. You know, and sometimes people just go away from YouTube for a while. You don't know what's going on in people's personal lives, you know? So you can't assume. You have to be optimistic. This box-like pupil right there. I'm sure Frequency Fence will be back soon. It's a bummer though. You look forward to the videos, you know, every week, or you know, how often people post them, and all of a sudden, here you can see that you see how the eye frame has just stretched. It's almost, you know, to the mid part of the nose. You can see. I don't know if you were paying attention. If you rewind your video, you'll see it. Can't really. Some eyelid anomalies there. Seems like every time she closes her eyes, there's eyelid anomalies. Some more tooth / mouth morphing. It's a very strange nose. And you can see her whole eye region, the whole facial region is anomalous there. There's an example of the box-like irides again. Completely vertical. That's a great shot. Slit pupil right there. And you can see the sclera is green. It's not white. It's got a green tint to it. Scleras are supposed to be white. See, the mouth is completely anomalous, as well as the nose there too. You can see it's got a tinge to it. More eyelid anomalies. Tons of those in this video. And this isn't even, we didn't even cover almost barely a minute, or you know, barely a couple minutes. When you see this, the whole source video, it's just outrageous. Like I said, the thing, it's insulting what they try to pass for normal. You know what? Not necessarily normal. It's just this is what happens when they, you know, when I guess they're in a conversation or they get emotional, they start talking about certain things, you know, I guess they just can't maintain their normal human form. You know, but they expect us not to see, or I mean, I just find it hard to believe, you know, now that I'm consciously aware of this, I look back at before I was aware how I didn't notice it, you know? I'm like, how did I not notice this? But I guess you just don't. Oh, I just missed the triangle eyelid right there. But here's mouth anomaly right there. The reason I say I missed it is because it's a pain in the ass to go backwards. Nobody likes to go backwards. We just keep going forwards. It's your best bet. So one last slit pupil for you. And I hope you enjoyed this analysis. And be well and be at peace.